LinkedIn ads with Claude becomes very powerful, especially when you're running LinkedIn ads and you're looking to find answers to critical questions. And the most critical questions being, why is the pipeline not moving with LinkedIn ads? You're spending budget. What is going wrong? And there could be multiple factors. LinkedIn ads is not as easy as it seems like. It's complicated. It's also technical in nature. And you need to figure out at each step of the funnel, at each step of the funnel of LinkedIn ads, where the gap is, what is going wrong. I'm Ishan Manchanda. I'm the founder of Growth Spree, and we've built a LinkedIn Ads MCP, which helps us solve these kind of problems, which helps us get the answers to such critical questions. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most important aspects which B2B marketers miss out on when they're running LinkedIn ads, and that is the creative fatigue. You start campaigns, you don't experiment with a lot of creatives. You only run probably one or two creatives per campaign, and you're doing a pilot. You want to be, constrained with the budget. Just probably spending, let's say, $5,000, $10,000 on ads. You want to be very conservative in nature, and that is where things go wrong. So you have less number of creatives. LinkedIn is not able to optimize. It does not have enough to experiment with the delivery. Second, because you're not rotating your creatives, you're not building new creatives, you don't have a lot of creatives in your campaigns. The creatives start, becoming obsolete. There is something called as creative fatigue, which is when the same creatives keep showing up to your audience again and again. And there's a metric in LinkedIn ads which is called ad frequency, which helps us understand how many times a unique user has seen the ad. And if it's it's 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, then in that case you basically, your creative has fatigued. It has no power left. It is not going to yield you results. If that is a creative which has yielded you some kind of conversions, good conversions in the past, you need to pause them and you need to move forward with new creators. And you can probably keep reactivating this performing creative, but you have to be in, very much sure about reaching to a new audience set using this creative after pausing and ensuring that there is a frequency, let's say, of 2.5 that is maintained at max. This comes from my experience. I run a marketing agency which is AI native in nature, and we work with B2B companies, and I've worked with so many clients, so I know these patterns, right? But when we do things at scale, even when we're spending money like a $5,000, $10,000 on LinkedIn ads, talking in theory is very difficult from the practical scenario, right? I know this pattern because I talked about this pattern of creative fatigue and how it impacts the pipeline. It does not move because of my experience working with different clients. But for you, it might be the first experience for you. You might not have had that much of exposure with LinkedIn ads. And um, if you are running LinkedIn ads and you need support, that is where AI is becoming helpful in assistance, not driving the entire thing, but helping you find answers, helping you go through large amount of data very quickly, and giving you critical answers to critical questions. And that's why we built Growth Spree's LinkedIn Ads MCP, which is basically sits on your Claude. You can have a conversation. You can ask any questions. There is a link in the description where which talks about how you set it up. It's a 5-minute thing and it's completely free. You just set it up on your Claude. It's read only. That means we are not taking any data. Do you sign up on a platform, connect your LinkedIn ads or other ad platforms, Google Analytics, Search Console, or HubSpot once, and then you ship to your Claude and do everything. We don't even get any data of what you're doing on the Claude system. It's completely free. And that is what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to be using LinkedIn Ads MCP very quickly to figure out the problem with my creatives, what problems exist for this particular client that I'm going to be showing you, and what should be the next steps that I should take. So let's quickly dive in. So yeah, we are into Claude. Um, as I mentioned, there's a link in the description if you want to set it up. How do you reach to this particular screen? There is another video and you can just access it and do it in 5 minutes. So I've connected my Growth Spree's MCP server. You can see it right here. Growth Spree's MCP server is active, where I've also connected LinkedIn ads. And the first thing, as I mentioned, what you're looking at today is creatives and what is going on. So I'm prompted, please look at the last 60 days of data, help me identify areas of concern. I want to understand if my creatives are doing good or not. At what pace do we need to new creatives? What has worked, what hasn't, including positioning and messaging angle as well, right? So yes, it has the power to look at your creatives, see the design, the content, the text on your creatives, and also give feedback around it. And you will see this, and this is the report that it's brought in. I also asked it to create. Um, give you some more context for the sake of the video. So, I mentioned it, like, just talk about the audience size, the budgets that are being spent, that there is an overall summary and there is enough context. So this is the context, right? This is the report it's produced. Engineering IT leaders, 180. So total 480,000 members, but 37% is only the addressable market. The remaining is not the ICP, right? And it's picking up from what the ads are showing. So if we actually do an audit and figure out wasted spend, or figure out which job functions or segments are relevant or not, we will get this answer only, but not this video, not this time. Next, budget allocation, it gives me for LinkedIn and Google both together. They're spending about $10,000 a month, where majorly they're also spending on LinkedIn ads, right? And then the overall summary um, of the creators is right here. So 3 out of 4 creators are in ad fatigue. The count CTR is at 0.29%, which is benchmark is 0.4 for LinkedIn ads. So it's lower than that. And that's why LinkedIn's actively penalizing delivery and charging higher CPMs. One creator is only performing exceptionally well, but it's not being scaled. So, straightforward 3-line summary. It tells you the issues. Now you can go ahead and look at the details, go more in depth about what exactly do you mean. So creative scorecard, there are 4 creators, scalar team, project management, book demo, and this one. It's been running for 61 days, 54 days. 6.2 is the frequency, very bad. It's ad fatigued. And then this is also declining. It's at 3.4. I would say it's already declined. If I had to take a call, I would pause this as well. And then the social proofing one, it's just been 14 days. It's been doing well, 22 conversions. This is great, right? It gives you the benchmarks as well, so that you get a context of what you're looking at. Why is it wrong? Why is it below the benchmark or not? And then a creative by creative analysis. The first creative, it's dead. It's asking to pause immediately. It's the longest running. It's worst performing creative. 6.2 frequency. That means target audience has researched this ad 6 times with no action. It's suppressing delivery, right? Messaging angle also, it's commented a generic product hero image with scale your team copy is a feature claim with no specific pain point. It tells people what TechFlow does, but gives no reason to care about right now. Should have been paused at a 21-day frequent when the frequency was 2, right? So complete detail analysis of the first creative. Similarly, second creative, 4.8, 0.22 CTR, consuming budget with no meaningful return. This is a carousel, so better CTR definitely, but the underlying positioning problem is identical. Simplified is one of the most overused words in B2B SaaS copy. Every competing PM tool says this. There is nothing here that makes TechFlow distinct, right? Again, very good analysis. Then book a demo, which is declining. Then the social proofing one is the one which is working really well. Recommended action is immediately scale this creative and build 3 variants around the same formula. That's a good one. Let's look at this in terms of the messaging and positioning analysis. I think it's already commented. No ICT pain point, generic language. Every PM tool uses it. Friction to ask a cold audience to come on a demo, see it live directly, right? Only the success story one is working, and that is what it's saying. Use formula, it's working, create 3 more variations, right? The winning formula is there, then creative refresh cadence. What should it be? It's 40 days overdue, 33 days overdue, 12 days overdue. And then we have what should be the recommended cadence going forward. So launch 2 minimum creatives every month, 3 to 5 creatives simultaneously per campaign. Hard pause rule, any creative exceeding 2.5 just gets retired, not refreshed. Review creative performance weekly, not monthly. At current spend levels, a fifty creative can waste $500, $800 a week, right? So that's good amount of money. Again, the action plan. So basically, pause, double the budget, use the budget which you get from pausing these 2 campaigns, put in the one that is working this week, mail 3 variants, and then pause, so restructure this particular campaign. And it's also given just a suggestion, like get the 2025 PM benchmark report or similar gated asset is something that it's recommending you to try. You don't have to blindly trust every recommendation, or you will always have more context. So see what is working. You maybe it's just looking at 60 days data because that's what I've asked him. But maybe just hypothetically speaking, maybe the benchmark reporting thing is something that you've done in the past. It's not worked, and you don't want to do it. It does not know that right now. Maybe if you ask it to look at last 1 year data, if that is present, then it will be able to identify that as well, and will never recommend something like that. That is for sure. But yeah, at the end of the day, you have more context than anybody else. So just utilize that and take the decisions accordingly. But this, you see how easy it makes for you to just know which direction to go forward. It gives you an action plan. If everything syncs with your mindset, or you want to change something, you can just use this, update a little bit, and just share it with your team, and get these things done this week and in this particular month, and just change the performance of your LinkedIn ads and get it in line straight away. And for example, this it's asking to double the budget, right? So for example, you want to do this. Let me show you real time. So you have recommended to double the budget for the performing creative this week. Should I double it just one random day, or gradually increase budget? Suggest, right? And don't worry about the grammatical or spelling mistakes, as you all would already be very much aware. These things don't really care about. They understand easily. Right. So how to scale the performing creative? Campaign budget is this. Okay. Needs time to relearn and stabilize. Sudden jump would overspend erratically, and while it recalibrates exactly the pattern you already saw in this account with the two spend spikes. All right. So again, if it has some data, it is easily able to map it and align the outcomes today with anything that has happened in the past. 20% rule every 4-5 days. Okay. LinkedIn learning phase that resets partially every time you make a significant change. The safest scaling increment is 20% of the current daily budget with a minimum of 4-5 days between each increase to let performance stabilize before the next step. So it's given you a action day 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 20, 20, which is good. I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I probably would do like a every second day, third day, probably not like a 5-day cap, but it's this is fine. Again, with this spend, I think I can spread it out. I can be cautious because there's a lot of problem with this account. So I don't want to really just accelerate this process for the sake of it and lose out on any performance improvement that we are expecting. So I think this sounds decent. So what I want to show you here is it's not a report creation tool, right? It's not like you ask something and create a report and that's it. It's your LinkedIn Ads Analyst. You can talk to it. I saw one of the recommendations. I had a confusion. I wanted to ask, how do I actually double the budget? And this is where my awareness comes into importance. And by my awareness, I mean your awareness. Like as a human, this is what is important, right? It says in the report, just increase the budget. It says that just increase the budget, and but the realistic confusion is comes in my mind, and this is when you have more context. These are the kind of questions you will have. You can ask it, and it'll give you answers, right? And don't blindly trust it. Validate everything, every outcome, and but you just realize how these things would have taken you weeks, and we just ended up a session on creative fatigue and what is the problem, why is it happening, and how to fix it. All three critical questions around creative fatigueness of LinkedIn ads, which is definitely going to impact, save you $500-800 a month, help you start getting more conversions, more leads, more pipeline, and in just like 30 minutes. And this is real, not edited. You can try it on your own. Again, the link is in the description. Just sign up on LinkedIn Ads MCP. It's completely free. It's a give back from our side to the B2B community. Access it, enjoy it, use it, be more productive, and grow in your career. Thank you.